এই কী করছিস? কি চালাবি? চালাবি? চ আয়, নিয়েই যাবো তোকে, চ। হ্যাঁ, ওটাই লাগাচ্ছি। বুড়ি আসছি, টাটা, এলাম। So, good morning, guys. This is Shayantan from Motors to Motherboards. This is going to be one of those videos where you get to see the highway cruising performance of the Ronin and also the road conditions from Panagar to Kolkata. Panagar is my hometown, so I do lots of up and down from the Panagar Kolkata route, and as you know, the NH2 is being constructed right now. The road is being converted into a highway 6 lane, but that construction particular thing has been going on for a long while. So this will be also be an update regarding the route conditions as well. So without wasting much time, let's get into it. So basically in this ride we'll try to not go too fast and crazy. Well, the Ronin cannot go fast and crazy, but it can maintain good average speeds. Like it can maintain good speeds of 95, 110, things like that. But even 110 maintaining for more than an hour or so is difficult. So I have cruised about at speeds of 95, 105 throughout the whole day. So that much is not an issue. So let's first get into the NH2 and then we will get the show on the road. Funny thing being, this road was just made last year and now it's covered in patchworks. Goes to show the quality of work. Seriously. Like at these speeds, like around 6000 rpm or 5800 rpm, where the speeds with the my updated sprocket, it's just about 95, 90, 95, things like that. This speed I feel is the perfect sweet spot of the Ronin. There are no vibrations whatsoever, neither in the handlebars, nor in the tank, the foot pegs, and it can do this all day long. Now for the good portion of the road, we are basically good to go till about Palshit, that is just past Bardhaman. So oh no, there are one or two diversions along the way, but that's still minimal considering the road that we used to have earlier. Still patches of reconstruction are going on here. We are currently crossing Mankot, and till about Palshit or so the road is very good. Just a few diversions, but other than that it's just cream. And the roads are good and empty, so speeds of 110 and so can be easily maintained. The only thing that will slow you down in this particular roads are these diversions and two trucks being very friendly with each other. And we are already at our second diversion of the day. Still, compared to what it was, it's relatively less now, and you can see the roads getting constructed here. छोड़ दो बाबा आगे जाने को. Thank you so much. And yes, very careful in these diversions, as these magicians are this kind of people who will just directly enter into the road without a care about your safety. Entering Golchi. Another thing that I have to say is, well, the responsive clutch and gear shifts of the Ronin. Like, as because it has slipper and assist clutch, so you can just, pull off this quick downshifts without worrying about the wheel locking up or things like that. There is also one thing that I want to mention, like people ask me what is the optimal gear shifting for Ronin. The first thing that I will say is there is a gear shift indicator present in the meter console. Like when you are about at a certain speed, the gear indicator will flash and tell you when you need to shift a gear. Other than that, basically what I will say is I shift mostly via feel, or if I want I shift early, if I want I pull a gear till it's red line. It all depends on how you are feeling at that particular moment. Like if you want good economy, shifting at the gear shift indicator will give you that, or just try to keep it under 4000 rpm or so, and that will solve your purpose. Well, the usual traffic before Bardhaman city is still there, especially as it's around 10:30 in the morning. Yep, BDA, Bardhaman Development Authority. And how lucky we have got a signal. Luckily, you cross this little stretch and you should be back on the highway from what I remember. Yep, there it is. So we have another diversion because before finally getting out of Bardhaman city, this is arguably the longer one. I mean, longer than the others. Which way is Tarkari Express going? The name's quite nice, Tarkari Express. So that way is the Bardhaman city, and towards this way is Shaktigarh, the Langcha hub, and whatnot. Shaktigarh is here in 50 minutes or so, so not a bad time. Could have done earlier if, well, hadn't faced so many diversions, but well, there is no rush. Can I take the right? No, I can't take the right. The good thing with the new sprocket is basically you can pull each gear longer. Like in third, I can easily go up till 80. No issues at all. I'll have to slow down, take a left, blah blah blah. Miscalculation on my part. This is the new Palsheet. This is the new Palsheet highway, by the way. Like it directly connects to the Palsheet toll plaza. Just about to reach Palsheet. This is the Palsheet station, by the way, and the highway and the roads are, well, as you can see. I only wish this could go and maintain speeds at about 120 plus. It can get till about 127, 30. Maximum I have reached is 137 on this bike and 131 with the pillion. But right now, after a recent update, an ECU update, the speed refuses to climb for some reason. The only outcome, the only solution that I've found is probably to throw in a race dynamic ECU at it. But that's a story for another time. I had a fight with this toll attendant once because, you know, the bikes are treated as second-class citizens, and you can directly take the highway from here on, but for the bikes you will have to go this much, take a diversion, and then you get onto the highways. I mean, why? also pay the road tax equally. Now is where the nightmare starts. Till Palshit the road was okay, and from now on, well, diversion count starts. Like here we have diversion number 1. Back on the road momentarily, I might add. Here we have diversion number 2. Coming up to diversion number 3. 3. Some improvements have been made on these roads basically. Like earlier, I remember distinctly we had to take the lower diversions. Now we are taking the constructed roads. Well, almost constructed. And with each road better than the next. We have a behemoth Shamoli in front of us. Been trying to overtake it for a while now, but well, it's very come on, Karam. Hey, what the fuck? Benefits of a two-wheeler. Let me just stop and, drink some water and everything. So we took a stop at this beautiful place. As you can see, kash fools all around. Took some photos, and now back to the show on the road. And just as we said, we are wanting to get the show on the road. We are at our 4th diversion. Diversion number 5. I think I will quickly run out. I have run out of fingers on one hand. Now I will have to use the throttle hand to count. Couldn't show you the entry, but we are at diversion number 6 right now. Let me squeeze through. Thank you very much. Magarmach. diversion number 7. And with that, the 8th diversion comes up. I'm beginning to lose count now. 8th or 9th? I think 9th. 9th diversion. And whoa. Just a bit of a gyan ki you have to be always assume that the people are out to kill you. Honestly, like the truck, assume ki that truck will take that turn which might cause you to veer off road or it will hit you. Assume that dog which is standing peacefully on the side of the road will cross the road when it's most dangerous for you. Assume that two-wheeler will take that sudden turn. So keep that in mind whenever you are on the road. That will, like, defensive driving will always help you, and if you anticipate things, then you won't be in for a surprise. Like, I'm right now anticipating this guy will suddenly take a right turn, so I am prepared accordingly. Or this car, it will just get onto the road. See, like, people won't give you signals, people will just cross. And you will have to adjust and adapt accordingly. We are about to reach Dankuni in about 10-15 minutes or so. So the stretch from Gurab to Dankuni is quite bad, and even from Dankuni till about the approaching road of Kolkata. You will see just in a moment what I'm talking about. And this was, by the way, diversion number 10. Or I think I missed it. Or was it 11? I missed counting one. If I was without a helmet, that rock would have taken off my head. Also, bikes with thinner profile tires will face difficulty while crossing these furrows. The Ronin has a good tire base, 110 by 130 in the stock, so it's good. And from here on, the actual nightmarish road begins, especially if you're coming in the evening. So I will warn you guys, like, if you're on two-wheeler, try to reach before 5:30 or 6 to Kolkata, because in the evening the truck lineup begins, and well, the road is actually absolutely pathetic, and there is dust, there is no visibility. Like, see this, imagine it this 10 times. Ooh, lucky. See, it's 12 in the evening and there is already traffic congestion. Absolute nightmare, man. Absolute nightmare. And I can't even get some decent momentum going so that I can cross this in one go. I'll have to do the dance. From here the road splits in two ways, like you can either take the left side and go via the Dokhineshwar route, like this way you will cross Nivedita Setu, Bali and everything and get into Kolkata. This will also takes you to Kolkata via the Santragachi route. Seems we have another spot of traffic coming up. Maybe we should let me try if I can hit the back road. Well, but you know, it was a quite long jam. And since there is no lane discipline in India, I was assured to be stuck there for a while. So after a bit of maneuvering, we are finally about to reach Santragachi. They have made this road also. Because I remember there used to be saddling patch right about here. You're done. And this is the road condition that you will have to face to the rest of the way. once a bit of space has opened up. As you can see, it's a long road ahead, and well, as because people have no discipline, so it increases the difficulty even if you want to take the side roads. See, I have momentum, I can just directly cross across, but there are people about, I am worried about splashing them. And other things which forces me to take the calmer approach. And that's because I have wider handlebar than normal, so squeezing through traffic does pose a difficulty at times. The road is being filled with debris. That is the condition. See? And wow, why do people need to go to trails? Like, people can do directly off-road here. And after fighting all that, finally we are here in Kolkata. Well, technically this is still Howrah, but well, you get my drift. And with that, my friends, we have reached Kolkata. Lovely to have you all with me in this journey, and I will see you on the next one.